Hey friends.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Angela.
And we are MidLife Cruising.
Yes, we are cruisers. We cruise all the time. But right now we're taking a 2-month hiatus and we are remodeling our abandoned cabin in the woods.
Well, this episode is chock full of everything remodeling. And I hope you enjoy this episode.
Let's go see what all this noise is about. What are you doing, friend?
Oh my word. Just to hang some drywall up here, we've got a few pieces of process that we have to do. The board and batten that was here when they came and took all this down, they simply used probably a circular saw to cut it down, make it real easy. And they left these pieces here. So if I want to put drywall back over, I've got to cut this off so I can get a nice flat surface to these studs here. So I have to take this off. Here's a few remnants of the nails. You guys have seen this before. So I've got several things that I have to do before I can even think about screwing drywall up. And while we're here, we might as well go ahead and make this pass through right here, huh?
So this was just a wall before, but since that goes into the downstairs living room, family room, we're going to open it up and make a door.
Yeah, and I'm doing this because I just needed to take a break from pounding tile out of the bathroom. So a little break from a break to do this, and well, it's all work, right? All right, as you come downstairs, there's the laundry room that we just finished. And then this wall is block, and it probably had board and batten here. We are going to put some drywall up to give this more of a finished look. And yeah, let's get busy. All right, we've got that second piece up, and now you can see the two pieces together. And then I just have this one little side piece right there. Let's get that put up. Nail to. Remember, there's like a 1x2 that goes all the way around where the drywall meets the ceiling. It'll trim all this up so you'll never see it. And we don't have to use another piece of drywall. All right, we got those two pieces hung up, and then we were just talking, we need 2 more pieces to finish this wall to give this more of a finished look. Over here, as you come down the steps, there's this really random part of the wall that's open, but this is eventually going to be a living room, so we need a nice clean path. And not sure why this is here, but it's coming out so we can have a nice pass through. One more piece of the puzzle. Well, that's all the fun for today. There is a football game this afternoon, and I'm ready to watch it. Kind of rooting for the Broncos. Probably because our friends Jeff and Tim and our daughter Stephanie live out in Denver. All right, here's that doorway. We've got that opened up now. There's a pressure-treated 2x4 down there that we got rid of. And I've had enough fun for the day. Well, a very good morning to you out there in YouTube land. I can hear ice crashing behind me. We are in a winter wonderland here. It's like 33 degrees and rain. And so last night's low was 27, so a little bit of ice formed on the trees. The good news is that today's high is 44. So hopefully all of this ice will be melting off, because there's a serious danger of course, tree limbs and electricity going out, and all that weight of the ice sticking. So let's try to take a look here. All right, well, we have survived the day. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and it is 44 degrees right now. It's still raining. Pretty much it's done that all day long. We've just been incredibly lucky that the temperature rose today, and so it hovered at 33 for the longest time, and now it's at 44. So all the ice on the truck and in the trees, it all melted off. So we're incredibly grateful for that. Well, it's been an hour since my last update. It is still 44 degrees, but the storm has passed and we are getting this glorious sunset here. Oh, the sun feels so good right now. The birds are chirping. I think we're all excited to be past that nasty weather. All right, good morning everyone. It is a crisp 22 degrees outside this morning, so we are going to be working inside, finishing up on the prep on this wall. We're going to hang 2 more sheets there. We've got the drywall hung behind us, and of course there are a couple of pesky little things that we have to fix. We got to get rid of those nails that are there. We're going to take the grinder to that, and remember this from the laundry room, this sticks out too much, so we've got to cut that off and put a new one on there. So it's only out a ½ an inch for the drywall, and that will stay flush. So let's get busy. Time to readjust this box. I've turned the circuit off just to make sure. Now I'm going to cut this box off from these studs, take this old outlet out and replumb it. So let's get started. I don't know what our forefathers did without premium power tools. And just like that, it's done. All right, we have the wires all disconnected from both sides. The energy coming in to the outlet, and it's going out to another outlet. So we need to put on a new box. This is a new box, new construction. There are small little tabs here on the side of the box, and that's where you know where to bring it to on your stud. And then it'll stick out a ½ inch, and that's for your drywall. And simply nail these in. All right, there's our new box, and we're ready to feed the wires through and get this thing all set up. We've got our outlet, black on one side, white on the other, and the ground goes on this green tab down here at the bottom. All right, lights back on. No sparks coming from the outlet, and here you can see what a difference it is between the old style with the board and batten and now with drywall. See, we only have this small little amount sticking out now. All right, back to the bathroom for more demolition. We have these few tiles here at the bottom of the bathtub. And then in here in this closet area, let's get this dehumidifier out of here. There's our winter weather preparatory water storage, being prepared for all the hurricanes, and now we are prepared for losing electricity and our pump going out. So I think we're pretty well off at this point. Just hope we don't lose electricity. All right, we got everything busted out of the floor here. It's not to the finish smoothness that I want. That's for another time, maybe even this afternoon. But right now I'd like to tackle this water. I have my caps, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the cold and the hot and cap it off, and then we're going to do away with all of this and get it taken out. Kind of exciting. Now we start the disassembly on the old faucet down here. It was a really good one, a Delta. It lasted all these 40-something years, so time to take it apart and let's get rid of this. All right, we are starting the demo. I've cut a few holes in here and let's rip it out. That wasn't too difficult. Angie and I went to Lowe's earlier and priced out the 3-piece shower. We got a drain down there. That's where it's gonna go. I think our rough end's all ready. That took about an hour to demo. Wasn't too bad, messy, but it had to be done. So we're done with this for the day. I think we're going to pick that up tomorrow. We didn't bring the truck today. Need to pick up a few more big things, a couple sheets of drywall. All right, well, done with the bathroom part today. Now we're going to frame this, this little walkway here at the end of our stairs. There's the pass-through. It turned out exactly like I thought it would. We're going to take some 1x10s and the 1x6s and do the board batten over there, but that's for another day. All right, the bathroom is completely prepped. The floor is all ready. We have ordered last night the shower. So we went with a 1-piece tub and the surrounding 3 pieces to cover the walls. So all 1 piece. It's really 4 pieces. But we're going to go pick that up today. I spent this morning prepping the whole bathroom and getting everything ready. The floor done and chipped. That sucked. But here it is. Well, good morning, friends. We have got this bathroom all cleaned out and prepped and ready for our new bathtub here. Now, this is the first time I've endeavored to install a bathtub. I don't think it's too difficult. We have a certain amount of room in the framing over here where it's going to go. There's the drain down there, so I need to take it out of the box and figure out how this is going to fit in there, and if I need to add some 2x4s or whatnot to frame this out. So let's get it unboxed. All right, well, I stopped working down here yesterday afternoon and it has gotten extra chilly down here, so I brought in the fireplace. Let's warm this little area up, even though the heat's gonna escape. It's blowing on me right now, so it's really nice. All right, we have a new style bathtub here. It's made by Delta. That may have been the toughest thing I've ever done, unboxing and getting this 3-piece shower into this bathroom. Man, that cardboard was tough. All right, so this is the back piece. And then over here, I sort of have it dry fit. So we've got the tub and the two side pieces. Looks like we're really good here. I've got to install some 1x4 here to accept that flange and nail to. That's not a big deal. But what I need to do is that I'm off about 3¼ inches back here. So I'm going to have to frame another wall. Looks like they've framed another wall to fit their surround tub and shower that they had here. So I've got to add some framing back here, and you know what that means, another trip to Lowe's. All right, friends, we are back from Lowe's. We have some lumber that I've already cut, and we're going to frame out this wall to get another 3 inches closer to us so this tub will fit in the space. Let's get busy. All right, we have the bathtub moved. We have all this framing done behind us here on this wall. Added two 2x4s, that brings it out 3 inches, which is what we needed. And then on this wall, over here, the end wall, we need to add another piece of wood to receive this so we can screw in the back, and that's what that 1x4 is for. And we're gonna use a couple of tap cons and screw that into the wall so we can screw the bathtub into that. All right, the next step of the instructions says apply double-sided foam tape to the apron support face that contacts the inside of the tub apron, evenly spaced as shown. There's the directions. I think I've got it figured out. All right, here are the two pieces. This is the apron, and then the support. It's basically the support structure, and then this apron, because it's not all one solid piece, it attaches to that. I don't know why they couldn't do this at the factory, but let's get it done. All right, at this point of the process, it's time to connect the drain hardware to the bathtub. And that's what I'm doing right now. Here's all the pieces. We are continuing on this. I put the plumber's putty on the bottom of the, I think it's called a spud. And then, I guess if you don't use a plumber, this is what you have to do. You have to buy a tub wrench. How many of you out there have a tub wrench? Did you even know these existed? But I guess every plumber has one on his truck, and that's so you can take those little threads in there and thread them on to the bottom of the drain. So that's what I'm going to do next. The touch toe closure has been installed. So it's the overflow drain and the normal drain, and I'll show you that real quick. Whoops. It's all this assembly right here, which heads right down to the drain. All right, next step. The next step in this process is to put adhesive on the floor, set the tub in, and screw it to the studs. Well, we have the bathtub in. We have all the adhesive on the bottom. All right, friends, well, that's a wrap for this week. Just a couple of quick updates. Got another sheet of drywall up here in the hallway. Haven't quite cut this one yet. I just haven't had enough time. The bathroom has been incredibly interesting. Lots of little things to do, lots of framing and such. But we've got 2 of the walls in and the bathtub is set. And here it is.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode and our jack of all trades doing all the things to make this house a home. And we're less than a month from our next cruise, and we'll be doing 5 weeks of cruising, group cruises. Woohoo! We heard cruise 1 and 3 out of our 4 cruises has sold out, but you can still join us on cruise 2 or number 4. Check the description below and reach out to Maxine with Go Cruise and Travel if you want to come join us.
If you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing, giving us the big thumbs up, liking, sharing, all those things that helps the channel out.
And thank you for those who continue to reach out and give us coffee and just support and your comments. We love you all and appreciate it. So big thanks to all those who did that. And we just finished our 31-year anniversary on Tuesday. A lot of you wished us well on Facebook, where you can find us at MidLife Cruising, both there and Instagram. So we hope you will join us on all the social media accounts.
And until next time, bye friends.